ages.
I'm back on the mic. Sorry about that,
Well
guys. I need some water and a slice of pizza. So, yeah, since we have some online technical going on, and whether that's Foxface being good guy scumbag and disconnecting so we can get an actual interview, we now have time to do an interview. So I'm gonna call somebody down. I'm pretty sure I know who's already gonna show up here as soon as they hear this. So we'll go ahead and we'll hear from whoever the snack packs want to send.
It's looking like the MVP is Ringe if we're cutting it off now.
Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and cut it off right now. So the winner of the MVP for the 420 snack packs was Ringe Von Scoot on Sivir. So we'll hear from Ringe here in a little bit. If they haven't disconnected, I do not see Ringe in Mumble anymore. Oh, Ringe is down there somewhere. Yep.
Hello.
Hello. Why, hello there, our friend.
How's it going, Ringe? You won the MVP for the 420 vs MNL game. How do you feel?
I should have. I think potg should have gotten MVP because he's the only reason I got fed.
Okay, very humble. Why don't you walk us through?
Also, I want to point out that Singe did not buy any items at the start of the game.
Yeah, we know.
We saw that.
We know.
We were just looking at that, like, confused, like, what is he doing?
Also,
What are
Vigar
these
wanted me to tell
tactics?
you that he's running on like 4 hours of sleep or something.
Well, he did pretty good for 4 hours of sleep and running into the team on 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah,
So
that's what he does every game, though. That's nothing special.
all right. What do you? Why don't you walk us through what your team was thinking when you did go through picks and bans?
Let's see. Well, I think like a lot of us mostly just pick our best champions. Like Commissar is ridiculously good on Sejuani. Sivir is probably my best. Leona is probably Polpot's best. Vigar probably just randomly picks Singe because that's what he does. And Yashichi mostly got banned out, so he went with Diana. So we just picked who we're comfortable with. Nothing beyond that.
Okay. Do you guys have any other questions for the MVP real quick?
Nothing really coming to mind.
I want to know what went behind the Diana's mind on the Guardian Angel and the Banshee's Veil. We did think Hourglass probably would have been a better pick over the Guardian Angel, and then I want to question the Banshee's Veil since I think she had plenty of HP already from the Rylays and Rod of Ages.
I don't know, honestly, I'm no good at Diana, and Yashichi is way better at it than me.
Pull that guy up!
We could get him in here
Whatever he
first,
wants
so
to
that
build is probably a good idea. I trust his builds, whatever you decided.
One thing I do want to comment on was I really liked your build that you went last whisper second item, especially on Sivir. I liked that. Sivir Blade were chunking people as early as 2 items in.
Yeah, like pretty much every game I go Bloodthirster Last Whisper, just because like early on you want to chunk people with Q and you don't really care about attack speed that much. So that really helped a lot in the early fights, I think.
Okay, well, as we're getting back in, I'd like to thank you for the game and for coming down to give us this interview, and good luck on your matches next week. We look forward to seeing more of the snack packs, taking the fight to the other nerds appropriately. So
Okay, also Leona should have been MVP.
I voted Sejuani, so but
Also a good choice.
yeah
Duly noted.
the people have spoken.
Yeah.
So all right. Have a good one, and we're on right now in the picks and bans. We're just catching up to where we were before. It looks like Princes of the Gooniverse and Fiora State University. Fiora State University, oddly enough, not actually picking Fiora, which is a little upsetting. They have such a great
do any of
name.
them play Fiora?
One of them does, but he is actually not playing right now. Oddly enough, they decided to bench him because apparently he can only play Fiora. So he's got in the last week he's 40-4 on Fiora in terms of games.
Dear God.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's pretty
Fiora was
intense. Yeah,
Jesus.
I think
now
LF's
have-
better, but well, that's for another time. PK and
have-
Foxface locking in Wukong and Nami to round out their team of Xerath, Jinx, and Fiora.
Sadly, we will not be seeing the Cassiopeia support.
Yeah, it was too right for this world. Purple team locking in Malzahar, in addition to their other lock-ins of the Lee Sin, Renekton, Misfortune, and Morgana setup. I kind of like the teams. I really like how Purple team's really got this kind of beefcake kind of engage thing. They've got Morgana to stop the really heavy engages by Nami and the stuns and a lot of the magic damage coming out by Xerath and the Wukong knockups too. They get to keep one person alive from getting horribly murdered. I really like the synergies between Misfortune and Lee Sin and Renekton. If this Misfortune builds a Black Cleaver, she's gonna make her teammates feel it in team fights. I think.
I'm gonna kind of disagree with that, actually. Sorry. Renekton deals mostly magic damage, especially since he's running off of his ulti and Sunfire. The Lee Sin will receive a benefit, but he's mostly single target rather than AoE, so I don't think the Black Cleaver is particularly good buy.
He does mostly magic damage. I thought Call the Meek on Renekton was
it does
physical.
do physical, but most of his presence in a team fight is magic off of his ult and Sunfire.
Okay. Well, it's not a big thing, but we'll see. We'll see what they decide to go with. Malzahar, that's a pretty curveball. I don't know. I mean, everyone else so far, including Xerath, we've seen in these Goonmans, but Malzahar, I don't think I've ever seen a Malzahar in Goonmans or Goon Scrims, let alone in this little series.
Let's see if it pays off.
Yeah, Jinx and Xerath are going to take turrets like nobody's business.
Blue team's got a lot of siege, a lot of poke, especially with Xerath, Jinx. Nami catches a bubble on anyone and they're really gonna get hurt. What they don't have a lot of is beef. The closest thing to tank that they have on their team is going to be Wukong with the free stats his passive gives him, but anybody on blue gets caught, they're just going to explode violently. They do not have a lot of just bulk. What they're going to have to rely on is killing purple a lot faster than purple can kill them.
And the thing is that with the blue team comp, they do have like a fair amount of CC. Like they have the Wukong ult knockup, which can easily be chained either before or after the Nami ult, which is certainly going to allow Xerath, Jinx, and Fiora to just be in there and consistently doing the damage that needs to be done. But with the amounts of like peel and disengage that purple team has with the Lee Sin ult, and then just like Morgana being able to come in with her ult, along with like Renekton just running around in the back line, I think team fights might swing the way of purple side, but it's probably going to be decided by how laning phase goes when it comes to the mid game.
The game last week, Princes of the Universe played Super Glass Cannon as well. So, and they did well without any beef last game, but let's see if Purple lets them get away with building Glass Cannon all the time.
Despite
It's going to be beefy.
Despite being Glass Cannon, though, they had a really rude team as far as crowd control was concerned. They had Wukong, or no, they had Vi, they had Fiora, and they had Yasuo. Yasuo with the knockup and the ult, Vi with the knockbacks and the knockups and such like that. Fiora who can disjoint. They may not have had a lot of beef, but they definitely had a lot of ways to stop you from being able to press buttons. And that, if that's one thing a team that is all Glass Cannon wants to do, it's to keep you from pressing buttons and let them press all of theirs, because that usually means that's a wipe. And it pretty much showed in their play last time. As soon as they got a pick, it was game over. I don't think they lost a single team fight that they started in the last game. But we're moving on. We're moving on into the big game here. So this is going to be the first game or the second game of the day between Princes of the Gooniverse and Fiora State University.
I'm honestly rooting for Fiora State University based purely off of their name.
Yeah,
'cause
their old name they were going to go with was called Beaver Generation. We're at Minot
I'm
State.
glad they switched it.
Yeah, the Minot State mascot we're the Beavers. So I mean, I was like, okay, I get it. And then I looked at it, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think we should do that. So they came up with Fiora State University instead, which is far superior. It looks like the skin advantage currently going over to, well, I don't know. I'm inclined to believe that Red Team has it this time because Pool Party Renekton. I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Is Bethadar supposed to be in here?
Yeah, I'm just trying to say, we'd rather just 4v5, honestly.
What?
Yeah, this other guy can't stay connected, so
Alright,
You want a
Fox
sub?
Space.
we
you-
could just 4v5.
Are you sure you want to do
you
that?
not have an available sub for his position? Like, what is it?
I don't know, we just had like a general consensus we could just 4v5.
They're confident.
I mean, alright, if you don't want to run a sub, then...
Well, we lost one of our subs to politics.
Everything's just going to shit right now.
Who...
Yeah, technically I'm the other sub, but that was back when, we only had like 2 teams registered, not when we
Do
had
you
10.
not have any other confirmed subs? I don't know who's on your sub team.
No.
Nobody that's available as far as I
Shit.
know.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Ask the Twitch chat.
Wait, where's I thought
I know some people who can sub in for us
I mean,
if
Like, I
we can't
can
get
sub, I
people
just
connected.
don't know if we'd allow it, right, is the thing. It's like, by going by rules and stuff.
yeah, I mean the servers have been shitty all day. So if we can't keep people connected, then
No, it's Mumble too. He can't stay connected at all.
okay, but you guys have the option to get a sub.
I can find a sub.
Okay,
I can sub.
let's just get this going quickly because we're wasting time.
I agree.
We're like
So we
super
returned to
behind
lobby
schedule.
and then we
Yeah,
got a new game going. To save
yeah.
games and stuff.
Everybody leaves. Try to use the old code. I don't think it'll work. If it doesn't work, I'll just generate another one real quick.
Could we just have like one of the casters sub in? Just doesn't even matter who.
Are there like rules on subbing? Can I sub? I'll play sub.
Like,
No, not really. As long as
Alright,
you're not a primary on the team you're subbing for, like a subbing against, you're fine. So
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
Alright, I'll sub in
Though I
then.
think we'd probably want to avoid ringers, which Bolt might qualify for.
What?
no, we won't. Put him in. Fuck it. Why not? Like, let's
Yeah,
just let's get a game going.
Yeah.
So we need to get this rolling. I'm generating another code, and I'll have it out to you guys in just a moment.
Yeah, this is running really late.
Yeah, we gotta hurry because this is starting to get ridiculous.
I just
Red team just going in for an early invade all the way into that rush by the blue side buff, and they're all the way around into it. No vision, no contest. Blue's all lined up by their buff, and their bottom lane is down in the river, so they have no vision, no awareness of what's going on down here, and if they decide to wander over to check it, it's not going to be pretty.
no, it won't.
And that
It's
full
got-
party Renekton recall is still fantastic.
It is amazing.
It's probably the best in the game.
Definitely.
Bounce up on that.
Neon Strike Fly.
It's not all that amazing. She does some action poses.
It does look like they're going through this invade. And I don't think Blue knows about it. They might end up losing one of their buffs.
Well, there's no vision on it, no nothing. Looks like it's just going to be a clean steal.
Yeah, not knowing about it's the worst part.
Oh, now they might know about it because
Yeah.
they did come back through this.
Yeah.
They came back through that tri-brush, so Blue might at
Doesn't
least
look
be
like
able to
Wukong
guess.
going for the red.
Yeah, he's going to stick with clearing his own jungle out, so looks like Lee Sin is just going to walk away with that buff.
That's a pretty good win for a red team. Seeing FSU with a pro strat.
Alright, bot lane is... I don't know, what are your thoughts on bot lane? Who do you think has the advantage here?
I'd kind of give it to Nami Jinx, just out of sheer pushing power. And Jinx can really hyper-carry late game.
Yeah, it's gonna depend a lot. I mean, if Morg is really on point with landing black shields at least, they can make it very, very hard for the Jinx Nami lane to actually go in on them, but they can win just by sheer force of pushing. Misfortune can just make it rain is her closest thing to like being able to like area of effect clear, and I have an eternal loathing for people who push with make it rain.
Morgana is the closest they have to wave clear there, and they really don't want her to be getting time. But it's all going to come up to MF if she can put on some early pressure.
Renekton is being the typical lane bully that he is. Small CS lead and a large health lead down there.
Lasses fair not having a fun time.
Good gank by Wukong forcing the flash. Ignite's not going to be enough to finish that one off. Will walk away. One other interesting thing about the Nami Jinx lane is that they have a similar synergy as the Nami Morgana. Sorry, the Jinx Morgana that's been picked a lot in LCS, where if Nami lands a bubble or if Jinx lands Flame Chompers, the other one can immediately follow up. They can chain their CCs together for a lot of lockdown in bot lane early, so that's really dangerous.
Yeah, the minions can't block either of them.
Yeah, as opposed to the Morgana one. We have Lee Sin waiting. Stymania's up here waiting to try and see if he can push anything, make anything happen, but if Renekton's so far pushed up to the tower, hard to tell.
And I don't think they can dive this.
Xerath putting a decent amount of harass down on Malzahar, but he is running very low on mana. A lot of things seem to have stalemated somewhat. Oh, a good black shield by Morgana prevents that bubble from landing, and Misfortune just gets to walk away. Good time, good reaction.
Almost landed.
It was really close, but it was good reaction time. Lee Sin's going to try to make something happen down in bot lane now.
As an aside, does Fjord's riposte block Renekton's little spinny slash?
If the spinny slash you mean... Oh, a nice double bubble.
Double bubble.
Lee Sin comes in, but he can't really do much from that far back, and they also have a ward in that bush, so it's going to be very hard. Oh, another good
This
double
could be
bubble.
the death of BFG Soldier.
No, they popped the barrier.
Very late barrier.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane,
another bubble and MF could die.
Both of Red's bot lane are very low right now. They're probably going to have to recall soon. It's going to be very, very hard to stop that concerted push from the two of them. It's a very strong bot lane at Jinx Nami.
looking in the mid at caster minion, he went for the snipe off onto the Malzahar mid lane because he had been very low, just been constantly getting chunked down by the poke. Didn't quite find him.
And they baited out the spell shield. See if they can get the flame chompers or the...
I don't think think something that aggressive is going to be possible this early. They're certainly going to be able to stall
wow,
the recall.
What a beautiful combo right
Almost.
there. Max range with the zap.
Has to burn flash. Really close engage down there, though.
Yeah, but mid lane is really being out-farmed on the side of purple. Though this Lee Sin gank might be able to help. No, not quite.
Nah, he just gets to walk away. The Q didn't
And
even
Nami's coming
land
to help.
directly on
Nami's coming to
Xerath.
help.
It landed on a minion right next to him.
Ooh.
Bolt's Nami just wandered all the way up to mid lane. Like, he's not even needed down there.
I don't know if he is at this point.
It could.
It
Oh,
looks like Jinx was hitting back.
Oh my, the
Jesus.
stealth initiation from, Scumbag Nami takes the kill, Bolt.
Takes the first blood.
That stealth initiation from Wukong is just really hard to deal with on ganks a lot of the time, because he's halfway into the lane by the time you know he's there, and then he can just dash straight onto you. They say Fair getting hammered by Wukong.
Yeah,
by
Fior's dead.
Renekton, my gosh.
Yeah,
Close
easy
enough.
pickup. Once he saw that her parlay was down, he just went all in on her. Especially with the Lee Sin coming to back him up, making sure she had no viable escape routes.
Caster
Checking down
Minion
that Fiora
picking up.
support.
Caster Minion picking up blue on Xerath. Gonna be making Malzahar's time in mid lane way more harder than it already had been.
It's
And it's not really going well. I mean, he's already down
doubling him
40
in CS. Yeah.
Oh,
and
that would be
very
good.
awkward.
That insect.
Oh. Oh, he. Oh. He's out.
Very nice
Ooh.
juking of the ult. Pops from Xerath. Able to get him quite low and burn the flash, but no kill for him.
Looks like that
And-
ward Malzahar threw out was too close to the tower, and
And it
Cyclone
looks
comes
like
out,
Malza-
flash blown by Malzahar to get him away at least.
Did you see
Oh,
the
that-
flash come out from Caster Minion as well, though, so he's more susceptible to those Lee Sin ganks from behind.
Unfortunately, Lee
Nami-
Sin's been pretty low impact this game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nami
just-
being away from bot lane has given MF a little bit of time to farm back up.
Even then, there's still a really big deficit between MF farm and Jinx farm.
Yeah, and Jinx gets way better, scales way harder than MF.
Dark Binding misses down there, and Nami just walks away. Everyone in bot lane is level 6 now, though, so ultimates are ready to go out if need be.
Seeing a lot more Renekton's maxing Slice and Dice second now, as opposed to his W.
Fior's taking a beating.
Slice
Definitely
and
that's
Dice
sustain
is
helping out.
double- no,
Is his no, it's his E.
that's his E, you're correct. Yeah, it's his mobility skills. His W ranking up gives him
Damage.
a bit more damage, but it doesn't really give him any of the utility that ranking up the other two skills does. The sustain on the Q or the ability to just get in and unload his full combo on the E.
Yeah, we've got pretty big farm differentials, except for top lane, where Renekton is a little bit ahead, but not quite as much as we see in mid and bottom.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I apologize for that. We had to set up making sure that everyone was still cool to play later than the intended times. And Bolt is a scary man on whatever champion he deems he wants to play these days. Lots of double up on the ults. And
Xerath's maybe
Oh,
getting
man.
cut out, but he might be getting the kill on Malzahar.
Oh!
or a double.
Nice title
That
win.
interrupts the
He's
Lee Sin.
unable to pick up that kill, and Wukong comes in out of nowhere with his Cyclone. Oh, that is going to be
And
That
he
was a beautiful Nami ult.
2 kills and
gonna
an
be-
assist for Xerath. Jesus.
4 for nothing
And the
down there.
dragon.
That was just brutal.
And if there's anybody that takes objectives quickly, it's Jinx. Especially Jinx with a BF sword.
Yeah, the wind up on the minigun is just so fast.
Yeah, at least against an objective that you can just sit there auto-attacking. A little bit harder to do on champions.
A little bit. Late game Jinx often wants to just switch to rockets for team fights for the safety. But on
That
a single
minigun-
target, she's just brutal with the minigun wind up.
Ward going down in the bot lane brush here.
Jinx has already finished a Bloodthirster, whereas Misfortune is stuck on double Dorans at this point. It's
not
very
looking
rough down
pretty.
there.
Yeah, Jinx is almost... She is about 900 up on, MF.
Even just looking at like the team gold differences, there's a 4K gold difference, and there's only been a single dragon that's gone the way of blue side. Like before
there's
the
a lot of
dragon, before like that whole dragon fight, there was still nearly 2K ahead just on pure farm alone.
Fiora's starting to get back in. She's only about 30 behind. Compared to the 65 on mid.
Looks like they might be trying to set something up on that Fiora.
Yeah, that's
Here they
definitely
go.
what it looks like.
They might parry it, but it doesn't block that stun, and yeah, Fiora will simply flash out. Lee Sin looked like he was considering trying to dash to it and ult her backwards, but he wasn't able to pull it off.
Yeah, she was... Lee Sin's not taking enough to dive under the turret any further than that.
Not quite in sec.
I'm a little confused as to why the Lee Sin had a really easy kick when the Renekton had stunned the Fiora out, and it would have sent her like completely back to nearly the top part of that third of the like bush closest to blue turret.
Yeah, probably
Might have
just didn't think of
possibly
it.
secured it.
Down in bot lane, Bolt has been really, really good about dodging these dark bindings. It's made it very hard for them to turn it around down there at all, because Bolt has just not been caught.
Also, Nami's Bolt's been really good at landing the bubbles and then chaining his skills together to get the maximum amount of bounces he can. That really helps with trades with Nami, because if you can keep getting those heal and damage bounces around, that makes that ability much more efficient and much more useful. Oh, and there's a gank coming mid.
Running count of how many failed insects we got on this Lee Sin.
Yeah, he's having a hard
Would've
time.
done good.
I
That's
have to
good.
say, this Morgana needs to be more on point with those black shields. This is the whole purpose of picking the Morgana. If you're gonna let your AD carry get CC'd constantly, there really is no point.
Ooh,
There's a
Bold
really
might
good
eat it
fight
here?
there.
Is that
Oh, and they get the,
nope.
They get the turret, which might save Nami's life.
She will. Misfortune's too low. She can't
Oh.
follow up. And with a good
The
flash,
barrier.
but
Great
barrier
dark
was still
binding.
up, was able to
And-
get her out.
Oh.
And now Morgana's forced to blow her flash as well.
Clock Thief doesn't have the mana for the ult,
Oh,
but
no.
Xerath
He's
showed up.
Use caster
Zara
minion,
shows up out
easy
of
clean up.
nowhere, and that's 2 more to kills. Not looking pretty for Fiora State University.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. They're 7k behind now. 7.5.
It is perhaps a little unfortunate that Bolt had to sub in particular, and another Diamond player not really making things any easier for them.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of saying about the ringer. But I don't think they would have been doing much better even if it had just been Foxface, because Foxface is pretty good on Nami.
Is caster minion a sub or is he a main?
Caster
Team
Minion
sub
is
as well.
actually a sub.
Yeah, 2 diamond subs probably. Helping out quite a bit. Even still, we're getting a pretty alright game, even if it is a little heavy-handed.
Yeah, Mikajin is not a slouch himself.
The SKT brush getting cleared out.
And immediately covered back up.
Obviously.
The word that saves lives.
Fiora's starting to put some real heavy damage on Renekton now that she's got a Blade of the Ruin King finished. Renekton does have a Sunfire Cape himself, which is along with a maxed out Cult of Meek helping him stay competitive. But, oh, another missed
Bolt might
binding.
be
Those are
trouble.
really hurting.
Nope. Not if he misses his bindings. And Nami just heals it right back up.
Well, Lee Sin's down there looking to hopefully make something happen.
Ooh.
Meanwhile,
Laze's
top lane,
fair
there's
and-
nothing happening there.
Yeah, Renekton having a big old slap box up there that might go LF's way
Another
if
fight
his
like
ult
that,
was up.
and LF has got his ult, so
Oh man, that crit rocket hit all three of them. And Malzahar looks like he's caught a bit out. Not probably going to be able to get away from a Wukong and Xerath. He goes down. Caster Minion's already up to 504.
Yeah, Caster Bingen just kind of
Later
doing
Ruin
work.
gets popped as well as Ignite. The ultimate goes down. Dominus from Renekton is ticking. Ignite
Yeah,
on
LF.
both champions. Fiora's going to get taken down really low. Slice and Dice comes
Oh.
back up.
Oh,
there we go.
flash you.
and Blue King gets the dragon out of that though.
Xerath the
Ooh.
farm and oh my!
That's a combo.
That's not good.
Ooh, that's not
Flame
worth top.
Chompers blocks off Lee Sin's way out, and he goes down as well.
They have to get
Blocks
this top
off
turret
the
to
insect.
be anything close to it.
PK takes a little bit of harass from the tower, but he's in no danger there. He just walks out.
And we see Jinx taking down turrets.
Meanwhile, in the top lane, Renekton taking out that turret up there. But at what cost?
Well, they got to take a turret somewhere. They're going to have to try to put some gold back in their pockets. I mean, it's 10k gold behind and at almost 20 minutes. And it's looking grim for red team right now. But they're not completely out of this just yet. Okay, well, now they're working on it though. Being behind, they're behind quite a large margin, and they're going to have to start making some plays or getting some farm in because they're losing in that respect pretty hard.
Good dash away, good safe grab by Lee Sin there, because otherwise he was going to get hammered pretty hard. Xerath is just living up to his role as a siege champion. He's just bombarding them from over the wall. He doesn't have to be there.
Yeah, his ult cooldown isn't too bad. It's 99 seconds at the moment. Ooh,
Looks
see
like
if
Renekton
Renekton
trying to
can-
jump in.
Ooh. At least it's not naggy enough. Oh!
Oh,
Ooh, nice
insect!
kick.
Nice Lee Sin
Oh, there's
ultimate.
a flash.
All he caught was Nami, and
And a
that
big
Wukong ultimate
Wukong.
gets
That-
to everyone. It just
Caster,
That could have been
interrupts bullet time.
a really
Yeah.
good engage for red team had the knock up not stopped everyone in their tracks, and then they got hit by the tidal wave. That was
Canceling bullet time was big.
yeah,
That
that was
was the double knockup that you guys were talking about in the pregame. It's just so powerful.
That
I
was
guess-
like what, a four-man, five-man Wukong ult immediately followed up with Xerath's everything and just like a perfectly timed Nami ult, just absolutely taking them apart.
And all that AoE was just clumped up on everybody. Like everybody got hit by everything, and that is not what you want to see.
And that was a 4v5.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yes.
Fiora could kill Lee Sin right now. So,
She hasn't been back to buying a little bit, so you might
Oh,
be able
yeah.
to escape. She is
She's
sitting
currently
on
sitting on
2,500, and
oh. Ooh. Oh,
Flash
nice.
getting burned.
Well, she had to, or else she would have kicked her. Oh, he kicked her anyway. Oh, that just joined.
really good placed ult by LF, but also interestingly missed ult by Clock Thief as Prophecy
right
and
between
Stein just kind of like wiggled right in between it.
Right between the uprights.
I mean, it wasn't a poorly aimed ult. It was right there. They just didn't happen to be in quite the right position.
Hey, field goal's still worth 3 points.
Unfortunately, we're not playing football.
That's what you think. And
Ooh,
just bombarded down. The zap holds him slow enough that Xerath's ult is easily landed.
yeah, Xerath's playing basketball here. Got dunked.
Half court line.
They've got a couple champions that can do it from the half court line.
Oh, and
Like that.
Jesus.
Ooh.
Holy cow.
Nami ult doesn't even get there in time.
How much damage is that Xerath doing on his Qs? He
600.
is
600.
600 on a 4-second
What is
cooldown.
generally referred to as a shitload.
There's
He's got a-
four. The OF4 dying
He's got a
twice.
soul stealer as
Oh,
well.
Wukong just like takes off pretty much the entirety of.
No.
And, wow, that was a really nice ult
Gotcha.
by Clock Thief. I thought he just used that. That must have a really short cooldown.
No, he used it a while
does.
ago.
Yeah.
It has a
Not
short
too
cooldown.
long. He had 60 seconds.
60 seconds is pretty
71 at the
short.
moment.
At
Four.
level 3, it's 60 seconds. It's around 90, I think, at level 2.
That's still pretty short.
Look at Jinx's build.
Lee came
Just
so
the
close
raw
to death.
power game. But I don't know. Like Wukong just like came right around from the backside and EQ Ard, and there went Misfortune's health bar.
Yeah, Wukong does have Black Cleaver, which is helping Jinx out, not having to buy that armor penetration quite as quickly. They're getting picked apart. This is looking grim. 20k lead at 24 minutes. And this isn't salty Teemo. I don't think they're gonna throw this.
Yeah.
You never know.
No, I'm
They might
pretty...
decide
There
to go
goes
back and purchase 5 hurricanes.
Misfortune. Yeah. Really excellent. Xerath ult drops like just point after point after point.
Yeah, now that
it's
they're a
hard
little
to keep
smaller,
those in vision.
now that it's a lot smaller than the old ones, it's a little bit harder to land those, so they did a really good job of nailing it.
And there he goes once more.
This is the point we could
Nearly
see 5
pick up
ohm
Lisa.
wreckers.
Wow,
Yeah, they
Caster
probably-
Minion had a Medjai's.
Yep, Soul Stealer.
Morgana tries to flash help lock them down, but they all just go right out of it, and she just...
Bonk.
And it's looking pretty grim for FSU. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
the
sure,
game's over.
the game is over at this point because, goddamn, so much deleting going
Wow,
on.
surprise surrender from blue side, not.
What a shock.
It's funny because that
I am
actually
like
has
Shyamalan.
happened.
I'm so proud.
Oh, they got a double Nexus explosion.
Double explosion.
What does it mean?
It's too intense.
Well, we're going to go ahead and get the next game set up, and we're going to take a quick break while we get everybody into the channel. We're going to try to get this started as fast as we can, so we're going to go ahead and skip the interview
Yeah,
until...
do get the poll in.
Yeah, until we get everything else set up, and we'll have the poll set up in just a few minutes. So stay tuned and listen to the tunes.
Just want to take a second and point out that in a 24-minute game, Xerath pumped out 30,000 points of damage.
That's a lot.
Tons of damage.